This preview of North Carolina Central and Delaware State is brought to you by Gianna Incorporated. Each and every week we get you ready for the matchups that the Eagles are taking on here in the 2011 season. It's the 20th matchup against Delaware State since 1945. I'm Chris Oakes, play-by-play voice of the NCCU Sports Network, joined by the head coach of the Eagles, Henry Frazier III. And, Coach, we're coming off a disappointing performance on homecoming, losing to Bethune-Cookman. And I know that you're frustrated, the fans are frustrated at this point with the record, but when you look at the bigger picture, you're building a program at this point.
No question. It is very frustrating because we have some very loyal fans and passionate alums that deserve and really wants to win, and we will win. We'll get this football program turned around in the right direction. You know, we've identified quite a few student athletes that we can put this program on their back. That's within our program now, but we're going to need quite a few more. And we're going to go out, we're going to recruit, and we're going to get the right guys in here. But as far as this season goes, we have 3 football games left to be played, and we're going to go out here and prepare. We're going to game plan, we're going to watch film, and we're going to do our absolute best to try to win each and every one of these games on the schedule like we've done all season. And it hasn't gone the way we wanted to go or even expected it to go, but they got the right person in this because I'm totally committed, and all these butt whoopings ain't doing nothing but motivating me. So I'm motivated. I've been here before. I've been down this road before, and it's like deja vu. And I know there's a lot of doubters and a lot of people who out there that's turned their back on our football program, but those will be the same guys, that's patting us on the back when we get this thing turned around. So, again, I'm motivated. I know my coaches are motivated, and we have quite a few of the student athletes that's still, extremely motivated. But the bottom line is, from a physical standpoint, we're getting overmatched, every now and then. So we got to figure out different ways to compensate for matchup problems and go out and execute. So we're not going to hang our heads. We're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. Yeah, we're pissed off. We're upset. But we're going to come out and we're going to keep game planning and preparing like we've always done. We're still professionals.
Well said, Coach. When you look at Delaware State, their team with a first-year head coach certainly having their struggles, and you look at the numbers and you see some things about them that kind of raise your eyebrow a little bit. But what do you see in that team in Delaware State? They like to throw the heck out of the football is one thing offensively you certainly see.
Oh, yeah. They're going to throw it around, and they're struggling just like we are. We're both sort of in the same boat. And I think the bottom line is just, I think for us, we need something good to happen to us early. We don't have the fortitude, and we don't have, I guess the commitment level that if something bad happens that we're able to come back from it. We've shown that we can come back and take fourth quarter leads and do different things when things are going good. But when something bad happens, we tend to drop our heads and not fight through it. And if we can get some good momentum early, then I think that's a good remedy for us to go out and play a really competitive football game. So I'm thinking, Delaware State is in the same boat. When you lose that many football games and neither one of us has a conference win, there's some similarities in terms of why we're both in this situation. So if we can have some early success, then I think that's always been a good thing for us to play hard for 4 quarters.
When you look at the last 3 ball games, and I know you're not going to look ahead here, but you were in the same situation at Prairie View and in Bowie State. You ended your first year at Prairie View, I believe, at either 3-8 or 4-7. I have to go back and look at it. But was it a point in time at Prairie View when, the frustration of losing, and then the last couple ball games, you got some wins and took that momentum? Is that something that, we could possibly see here?
Well, we try to win every ball game. And, it is, like I said, it is a similar. We was 3-8 that first year. That's right. And, and it's similar. I think we had 1 conference win, but it was the first game of the season. But, so it's one of those things where, we endured some losses. We learned a lot about our football team, and that first year was tough. It was tough, but it was kind of expected, But this year for me, with the loss, I wasn't expecting to take. I expected it to be tough, but not the way we've lost. But we've had some opportunities to win some ball games, so that's a good thing. In that first year at Prairie View, we didn't have any opportunities except for the ones that we won. All the rest of them, we were pretty much blown out by the halftime. So it's a situation where I know there's talent, but it's just a matter we need more. on this level, in my opinion, you need about 30, 35 really good football players on the FCS level to have a good team. And we probably, out of the 70 that we kind of travel and play with, we probably have about 10 that can legitimately compete at this level week in and week out. And that's where our deficiencies fall in.
Last year we took the road trip up to Delaware State, and it was their last home game of the season. Not a ton of momentum. Their coach was on the way out, and it looked like a game that, if we play the way we were supposed to, we can go up there and win. And that seems like it could be another trap that we could fall in. We still have to go up, play our best football to beat a team like Delaware State.
Like I said all year long, we have to play a near perfect football game to get a win. It's hard to win college football games. That's why it's only 11. So I can't be concerned with what they're going through and what Delaware State is, because it really does not matter. It's for me to identify those football players, especially the guys who are returning, because they're on audition. We're going to go out and recruit. We're going to go out and bring in another 30, freshmen. We're going to do that. So a lot of guys who are returning, they're on audition, because if they tank it this year, then they're probably not going to be back next year. So, and they understand that, and they know that. So, if they want to be a part of us when we change this around and do something special at North Carolina Central, then they need to play hard and finish out this season. But if I sense that they're just trying to finish it out and tank it, then their days will be ended. It'll be over with them. They'll be moving on to another school or not playing football, because they will not play for us unless they give maximum effort.
Final question, matchup of two quarterbacks that are putting up some big stats this year, Nick Elko, Michael Johnson. When you look at those two quarterbacks, you see two quarterbacks that can certainly get the points on the board when things are going well. What's going to be a key for the Eagles to get some points on the board against Delaware State?
Well, I see two quarterbacks that's been down and they having to throw the ball, and that's one of the things where, both of us been losing and both of us been behind, so you have to throw the football. So, I think for us is running the ball. We're going to have to run the football. They like to throw it around, and our defensive backs haven't been making a lot of plays on the ball lately, and we haven't been getting a lot of pressure. So if somehow, someway we can control the clock and run the ball, I think we're going, that's going to be one of the keys to us winning this football game.
All right, Coach, best of luck. Thanks for your time, and we'll talk to you as the season progresses.
Thank you.
As head coach Henry Frazier III, G. Allen Incorporated again brings you this preview of North Carolina Central and Delaware State. Airtime on the NCCU Sports Network is 12:30. You can listen live online on NCCUEaglePride.com, and our two affiliates, 1390 AM and 1520 in Warrenton. 1390 is obviously in Rocky Mount. So long and enjoy the ball game.